What an entrance. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for being here. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are great. Guys, let's talk about it. You need to work on your hand jobs. Does this feel good? No. Unless you're about to roast me over an open fire, stop skewering me with your long ass fingernail. It's disgusting. Clearly, I'm a romance god. Kamikaze Snowman, we're talking about a very important holiday in February. I recently had a friend come up to me and tell me, Bailey, Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday. I was like, it's all right. And she's like, no, I fucking love Valentine's Day. It's not a competition. She's like, yeah, well, when you know, Valentine's Day, you get to eat those heart-shaped box, of chocolates. It's like, you can do that any day of the week. You just have to be crying when you do it. Preferably in front of your cat. It's a crazy thing. Like, everyone's just looking for love. Like, I get it. How many people here are single? Yeah, I'm also single. It's a weird time to be single, ladies. Everyone's done the app thing. You do the app thing. Yeah, it's okay. I've done the app thing. It's weird. You gotta be careful. I try to be careful on the apps. Everyone knows about catfishing using a different picture that's not your own. I think you have to be careful about those bios, though. I once had a guy who on his bio read, I love baseball, animals, football, when I went to meet him at the restaurant, I was like trying to make conversation. I was like, oh, you like animals? He's like, no, I love animals. The way he said that made me think, this dude definitely fucks animals. Don't say love with such vigor unless you're actually giving it to an animal. Also met up with a guy, we met at a restaurant. We sat down, we shook hands because I believe every date should start like a mortgage deal. Because nothing's sexier than that. As soon as we shook hands, he immediately followed up with, you have beautiful skin. And it's staying on my body tonight, sir. Definitely wouldn't look good as lampshades. I have very pale skin, it will stain, sir. People don't believe me, but I once went on a date with a guy who I found out during that date that he is a Jehovah's Witness. Who knew these people could date someone not their cousins? Oh yeah, all the Jehovah's Witnesses in here. Yeah, all right. It was fine. He was a nice guy, but the whole time I felt like he was trying to convert me. Like, I'm pretty agnostic, but if I was to swing a religious way, it would not be Jehovah's Witness. They don't believe in birthdays. You think I'm gonna give a birthday cake for your dick? It's not happening. It's not the kind of frosting I like. During the date, he even said out loud, he was like, I'm kind of nervous. And I was like, okay, well, I want to make you feel comfortable. So how about I put a menu up in between us, and then you could knock on the menu. And then I could pretend you're not here. Would that make you more comfortable? Clearly, I'm a master at love. Yeah. Part of the dating game is, going out. When you're single, you go out with your single friends because you're tired of looking at baby pictures. You go out with I went out with some single friends at like a ladies' lunch, and we were talking about the intricacies of dating. And my friends were talking about the fear of firsts for women. Like, my friends were like, first time you sit down with a guy at a meal, they were like, I would never, eat a big meal in front of a guy for the first time. I was like, are you kidding? That's not how you do it. Sit down, order 3 cheeseburgers immediately. Really put the fear of God into him, And nothing else better says, nothing else is going into my body tonight, sir, than 3 cheeseburgers immediately. No one's crawling up on this with lunch lady arms. So, yeah, it's difficult. One of my friends mentioned, the first time she went over to a guy's house, like that's a big fear for women the first time you go over to a guy's house, because you don't know what other women he's keeping in his basement, or if you'll get along with them. But the real fear that women have when they go over to a guy's house, my friend was like, the first time I go over to a guy's house, I would never take a poo. I'd never go to the bathroom loudly. It's like, what? Doing it wrong again. First time you go over to your guy's house, plant your flag immediately in his toilet. Strong men have strong plumbing, ladies. Yeah. I have been unsuccessful in love. I can feel that I'm peaking, and I know this because when I was in college, I used to work at a radio station. And every summer, we'd go to a place called Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Yeah, where there's a big, flight, it's a big aviation thing. A lot of people come out, sometimes celebrities. I know I've peaked because I went there for a summer to intern at a radio station. And when I was there, I had the chance to interview, and I'm not joking, Harrison Ford.
No!
Yeah, I met him, ladies. I met him.
Oh, hot
I know, yes, hot damn. When I met him, I was like, how can I get pregnant? Right now. Not right now, no question. Just trying to get pregnant from my handshake, please, God. I was dating someone at the time.
Doesn't matter.
And when, it doesn't matter. She's got the right idea. Doesn't matter. I was dating someone at the time, and we each had a celebrity list. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, it's a list that you comprised with your loved one. Basically a list of celebrities, typically, that you were allowed to bang, no repercussions. Guess who is number 1 on that list? Harrison Ford. I was lined up, ready to interview Harrison Ford, and I called my boyfriend, and I was like, this is it. I'm about to get on that plane with him and leave and never come back. And not because I'm going to die in a fiery plane crash, but, because I will be his forever. He didn't understand. He was like, why? Why? And I was like, are you kidding, Harrison Ford? That's 2 sex fantasies in one man. That's Han Solo and Indiana Jones. He might be old, but he sure knows how to use a whip. Are you kidding? And so now I'm on his bang list. So just wanted to brag about that. Thank you guys so much.